Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to this session. So in this session, we are going to discuss about the Google Colab, how to use Google Colab and how to get started with Google Colab. So before I get into the session, just I would like to remind you all, in case if you don't subscribe this channel, please do subscribe. So you'll get an immediate notification. So Google Colab is like an online browser-based platform, so that allow us to write a code in Python, so we can create our own model on machine for free. Um, the Jupyter, I believe that you are all familiar with the Jupyter Notebook. It's the same kind of a Jupyter Notebook, but it is a cloud-based platform. The Google Colab is a free online cloud-based Jupyter Notebook environment. So it that allows to train our machine learning and deep learning model on CPU and also GPU and TPU with free of cost. That is the amazing thing when it comes to Google Colab. So we have to thanks to Google because they are giving such a big environment to train our model for free. When we try to execute a machine learning or deep learning model with large data set, we need a high computational power. So which means we need a GPU power to create a model. But honestly, uh, that kind of a power, if you need, means you have to invest more money to get that kind of GPU. But you know the Google is giving that platform as a free, so anyone can create their own model with the power of GPU and TPU. So when you are training a model in GPU, I mean that graphic processing unit, that the model accuracy also will improve. Also that processing time is very less in comparison to CPU training. If you are new to the world of deep learning, I have some excellent resources to help you get started with the comprehensive and structured manner. I will give all the links that is related to the deep learning and how to use the computer vision using deep learning and the introduction about neural network. So I have already discussed those topics in my previous video. I will share those links in the below description. In case if you want like to watch those videos, you can understand more details about the deep learning. So today we'll see how to start with Google Colab and how to create our own network and how to train our model. We'll see by step. You have to use this link to go to the Google Colab landing page. So here, if you see, they are giving the three different types of power system. With one is CPU and another one is GPU and the third one is DPU. So based upon our data set, we have to choose our power system. So I'm opening that link. So it actually you have to click the new notebook. So this is a so if you see here, now we got a new notebook in Google Colab. So if you see here, this extension is IPONB. It's same like a Jupyter Notebook extension. That process and all remains same. Like if I want to, this is something but I want to sell. So same like in a Jupyter Notebook. Of course, if you want to import some library, you can just do the shift enter to execute the cell. Basically, in Google Colab, they have some default library like pandas, like so the default libraries have already installed in the Google Colab, so you don't need to install any default and common library. So you can rename that notebook title, and then you have to choose that. You got to go to runtime and change runtime type. You see here, this is a hardware accelerator. That is the settings. Here you can choose the GPU. If you want to GPU settings, you can choose GPU. If you want to TPU, you can choose TPU. It's up to us. It depends upon our data type. In case if you are training any deep learning model, free the Google Colab will allow us to train a model up to 12 hours. So it will be free only up to 12 hours. If you want to extend more time, you have to pay some there is some plan is there. It's a cost, but for the first 12, not first 12 hours. So basically, if the training has goes beyond 12 hours, it automatically it resets the settings, which means your all the files and then all the models will get deleted automatically. So it always have to use within the 12 hours in Google Collab. So the Google will allow free to use only for 12 hours. Since it is in a cloud-based platform, so you have to always terminate your, suppose if you have done your work, always reset your runtime, because if some other user, if they want to do the same thing in GPU or TPU, so the allocation will go into some other user. So always, if you done your job, just always factory reset the runtime. So the all the power and hardware, everything will go off from your model, so someone will have to use those things. So better you have to always reset the runtime once you have done your job. Also, you could also able to install our own library. How to use this keyword like pip install, and then whatever library if you want, you can install. It's same like as I said, it's same like an Jupyter notebook. So if you want to install your own library, you can configure anything as you like, as like in a Jupyter notebook. Also, you have an option like you can save, download this notebook file in the IPNB format or in POI format. Also, you have an option you can save this copy in our Google Drive. Also, in GitHub, also you can directly store this file in repository. Uh, Always, I should prefer that always use Google Drive. Suppose in case if you are creating any deep learning model, so all the step-by-step model will automatically save in your Google Drive. In case if you lost this connection, still you could be able to get your model if you are using Google Drive. Okay. Case if you want to connect your, suppose if you want to copy any files from the Google Drive, you have to use this query. So from Google Colab import drive, and this is the path they have to provide in your Google Drive path. Suppose if you are storing any file in this any folder, you have to give this folder. You can easily access those files in this Google Colab. For an example, if you are doing any object detection deep learning model, you can store all your model files and the images, everything in your Google Drive. So it's better to access that file through this Mount Drive option. As I said earlier, because if anything goes wrong, you never have a chance to lose your files. So the best use case is, suppose if you want to create any custom object detection model by using TensorFlow. I think this is the best place to train your model, because here you have a GPU or TPU power, so it's very easy to train a model with a high configuration environment. Also, that accuracy will also get improved if you are doing uh, training, if you are giving training in this kind of environment. So as I mentioned, the collab gives us 12 hours of continuous execution time. After that, the whole virtual machine is cleared. We have to start again. Okay, so we have to make sure that any training, if it goes beyond the 12 hours, you have to take a backup your trained model in your Google Drive. So that, in that way, you can save all your data. So uh, losing. Also here, if you have an option like you can able to share this notebook to any user. So you have option here like the share. If you click here, you can share this notebook to anyone. You can get an option. Um, Also, the Google Colab also provides a paid platform called the Google Colab Pro that is priced like in a dollar. That they can give the more GPU with the instance the high RAM and around 27 GB. So that if you want a maximum computation time, I think you can go for that Pro edition. But you can consider this plan if you need high computation power, because it's still quite cheap when compared to other GPU providers like AWS, Azure. They are they are very the cost wise it's very high, but when compared to Google. That's all I have for this session. In case if you have any comments or any questions, please give me your comments below. I will try to answer as much as possible questions. Thank you all. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye.